There's a way people act when they're around someone they want, but don't know how to approach. It shows up in their reactions. Too strong, too careful, too delayed. They laugh harder, explain more, shift their posture, or suddenly go quiet. None of it is random. You don't have to speak a certain way, dress a certain way, or try to stand out. You just have to exist, and the reactions come anyway. People start treating you like you're not just part of the room, but the reason it feels different. They compete with you quietly. They imitate without realizing it. They look for reasons to be close, or they push you away without cause. Either way, you're the variable. You're what's causing the shift, and most of them haven't figured out how to handle it. These are the signs that someone sees you differently, even if they won't admit it. They don't say what they're feeling, but their behavior fills in the silence. 1. People laugh harder around you, even when you're barely trying. You've probably noticed that people laugh more when you're around, even if you didn't say anything particularly funny. It's not about the joke, it's about the person telling it. When someone is attracted to you, their brain releases dopamine, making them feel good in your presence. This heightened state amplifies their reactions, including laughter. This response isn't always conscious. People might not realize they're laughing more around you, but their bodies are responding to the pleasure of your company. It's a subconscious attempt to bond and show approval, hoping to be noticed and liked in return. So, if you find that your comments often spark more laughter than expected, it's likely because people are drawn to you and are eager to connect, even if they don't fully understand why. 2. Strangers find excuses to touch you casually. Physical touch is a powerful indicator of attraction. When someone is drawn to you, they might find subtle ways to initiate contact, brushing against your arm, touching your shoulder during a conversation, or standing a bit too close. These touches are often framed as accidental or friendly, but they serve a deeper purpose. Touch releases oxytocin, a hormone that fosters connection and trust. By initiating contact, they're subconsciously trying to create a bond and gauge your receptiveness. If you notice people frequently finding reasons to touch you in minor ways, it's a sign they're seeking a closer connection, even if they're not fully aware of their intentions. 3. You're always being watched, even when pretending not to be. Have you ever felt someone's gaze on you, only to look up and catch them quickly looking away? This isn't paranoia. It's a common sign of attraction. When people are interested in you, they tend to watch you more, often without realizing it. This behavior is rooted in our biology. Visual attention is a way to gather information and assess compatibility. Even if someone isn't ready to approach you, their eyes will naturally gravitate toward you, especially in social settings. So, if you frequently catch people looking at you when they think you're not paying attention, it's a strong indicator that you have a magnetic presence that draws others in. 4. People mirror your movements without realizing it. Mirroring is a subconscious behavior where someone imitates your gestures, posture, or speech patterns. It's a sign of rapport and a desire to connect. When people are attracted to you, their bodies naturally start to sync with yours. This mimicry is a way of building trust and showing empathy. It signals that they're on the same wavelength and are receptive to your presence. It's not something they do intentionally. It's an automatic response to their interest in you. If you notice someone adopting your mannerisms or matching your energy, it's a subtle yet powerful sign that they were drawn to you and want to establish a deeper connection. 5. Friends start acting jealous, then pretend they aren't. Attraction doesn't just come from strangers, it can also affect your friends. If you notice a friend becoming unusually competitive, dismissive, or critical when you're around others, it might be a sign of hidden jealousy. They might downplay your achievements, interrupt your stories, or try to one-up you in conversations. These behaviors often stem from feeling overshadowed or threatened by the attention you receive. While they may not express their feelings directly, their actions reveal an internal struggle. Recognizing these signs can help you navigate the complexities of friendship dynamics influenced by unspoken attraction. 6. You trigger overexplaining and nervous babbling in conversations. When someone is attracted to you, they may become anxious about making a good impression. This nervousness can manifest as over-explaining or rambling during conversations. They might provide excessive details or repeat themselves, trying to fill silences and avoid awkwardness. This behavior is a coping mechanism to manage their anxiety and keep your attention. They're afraid of saying the wrong thing or missing an opportunity to connect, so they overcompensate by talking more. If you notice someone becoming unusually verbose or fidgety around you, it's likely because they're trying to navigate their attraction while managing their nerves. 7. You feel the energy shift when you enter a room. There's no announcement, no change in lighting, no sound effect, but something changes the second you step in. The people in the room don't know why they shift. They just do. Some glance up without realizing it. Some pause their conversation mid-sentence. Others suddenly adjust how they're sitting or speaking. These aren't conscious choices. These are reactions, the kind that happen when someone with influence walks in, and everyone feels it before they can explain it. The energy doesn't shift because you demand attention. It shifts because people feel the weight of your presence before you speak. Whether it's the way you carry yourself or the kind of silence you bring with you, people notice. They become more aware of themselves and of you. They start measuring their words. They track where you are. Even if they try to act casual, their attention has already moved. And when this happens more than once, in different rooms, with different people, you're not just noticing coincidence. You're watching your own effect in real time. It's not about popularity or performance. It's about chemistry. And when that's strong enough, even a quiet entrance speaks louder than words. 8. People remember tiny details about you, even when you forget them. When someone repeats something you said weeks ago, a joke, a favorite, a passing thought, that's not just good memory, that's emotional imprinting. People remember what matters to them. And when they remember things about you that even you don't recall saying, it means you've taken up mental space in a way they haven't fully processed. You'll hear them bring up your birthday, your drink order, a comment you made when you weren't trying to be impressive. You'll see it in how they recall the music you like or the brand you wear. These aren't facts to them. They're small pieces of connection, stored away and replayed later, because your presence gave those moments weight. And the more they bring them up, the clearer it becomes that they're looking for ways to stay close, even if they don't say it directly. People don't remember random details about people they feel neutral toward. They remember them about people they think about when they're not around. If you keep being surprised by what others remember about you, it's not because they're thoughtful, it's because you matter more to them than they've ever said out loud. 9. Rivals. Try to copy your style, phrases, or behavior. When someone starts echoing your tone, your habits, or your appearance, it's not always respect. Often, it's envy disguised as inspiration. You'll notice someone shift their wardrobe toward your choices, start using phrases you say naturally, or mimic your posture in conversation. It's subtle at first, but once it repeats, it becomes too specific to ignore. They won't mention they're copying you. In fact, they might pretend it's just a coincidence, but deep down, it's a reaction to how you're being seen. You're getting attention, approval, interest, and they want that for themselves. So they start replicating what they think is causing it, without realizing that what people are responding to isn't what you're doing. It's who you are underneath it. This imitation doesn't mean you should change. It means you've become the reference point. Others are trying to borrow your presence because they haven't figured out how to build their own. And once someone starts doing that, it's proof that you've left a mark too deep to compete with, so they settle for copying instead. 10. People get aggressively defensive around you for no reason. You've met them, the ones who tense up, talk louder, or argue over nothing the second you show up. They might act like they don't care about you. They might challenge your opinions, dismiss your comments, or try to one-up you in front of others. But the truth is, they're not reacting to what you said. They're reacting to how you make them feel, exposed, insecure, or forgettable. This kind of defensiveness doesn't come from dislike. It comes from discomfort with their own response to you. They sense something in you that unsettles them. Maybe it's how grounded you are. Maybe it's how others respond to you. Either way, they see something they can't control, and they try to tear it down so they can feel balanced again. You don't need to fight that energy, just notice it. Because when someone's first instinct around you is to armor up, it usually means they feel threatened. And people don't feel threatened by what they don't secretly want or admire. You don't need confirmation to know when people are pulled toward you. It shows up in how they act when they're not performing, when they forget to hide the way they look at you, or when their reactions seem out of proportion to what you actually did. Being the person everyone secretly wants doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes isolating. But these signs don't lie. When you trigger tension, imitation, jealousy, or emotional overexposure, you're not being dramatic. You're being noticed more than most people are willing to admit. And that says everything. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.